Hey, so I'm starting to feel like the people calling the shots are herding cats a little bit when it comes to what their plan is. So I've already done other videos about antigenic shift. This is when a microorganism will mutate, change its genetic structure in order to escape the immune system. Literally, they refer to it as immune escape. And this is super common. We know about this with bacteria that will mutate to become resistant to antibiotics, but this also happens with viruses so that they can escape the antibodies generated by things that go into muscles. So one of the reasons why I feel like we are trying to herd cats or play whack-a-mole here is because we already know that this particular pathogen has mutated away from the original construct. So the first thing that came out and started infecting people was had a specific genetic makeup, and they made these injections to match the genetic makeup of the pointy protein. And so people created antibodies against that specific recipe of pointy protein, but the microorganism realized that it needed to change in order to evade the antibodies that were generated by that particular thing. So it changed, and now this week it's called Delta, and the antibodies don't match anymore. And so here's where I'm headed with this. I have a feeling they're going to come out with a new one of these things that is specific to Delta. And the reason why this is a problem is because by the time they start rolling it out in people, we're going to be on to a different version of this. So here, look at what happens. So they give you the first plug, and then a month later they give you the second plug, and then 2 weeks after that you're considered immune. So you're looking at a 6-week window before you're immune. So if we start today, and we are, first of all, we're giving it to the original version, and we're already on to the Delta version. But if we had one that was specific for Delta and we start today, then what that means is that it'll be 6 weeks before you're considered immune to Delta. By that time, we will probably be on to a second or even third version from now. So it will have changed again. You can't try, it's literally like herding cats. Like, oh, we're gonna go over here and try to create antibodies against this, or we're gonna go over here to create antibodies against a new version. And so every 6 weeks, you're gonna need a whole new thing, because the thing is going to continually mutate and change clothes, so it's unrecognizable by your immune system. As I have been saying, through this whole process, there are 2 keys to this. One is to support and strengthen your immune system and reduce your risk. So if you're high risk, like diabetic, reducing weight, getting blood sugar under control, taking vitamins, those sorts of things. And then the other thing is the early treatment. And now there's emergency use authorization products for early treatment, as well as the ones that we're not allowed to mention on social media. So the whole whack-a-mole herding cats philosophy of trying to chase this virus as it mutates is absurd. We have to focus on getting people healthier so that they have natural resistance, more resistant naturally. Fried. And then when people do get sick, we need to treat them early with the available drugs that have been shown to help reduce the symptoms and severity, and then everybody's happy and we all go on with our lives. Those whack-a-mole thing is driving me nuts, because it's bad science. It doesn't make any sense. And world-renowned vaccinologists have been speaking out against this for months and months and months, about that if you put these things into people while there's a pandemic, that's when you start to get this immune escape, and you create these variants that aren't susceptible to the antibodies from the first version. So we're just on this merry-go-round, and every time you go by, they want to plug something in your arm, and they're just going to keep doing that, when really the solution is increase health and immune response, and then treat early to shut things down and reduce severity of disease. So that's my little blurb for the day. Peace out. Stay healthy, peeps.